Sandra, welcome to another live edition of Quirky Books TV. I'm Sandra Bellamy, author of Asexual Perspectives, of Breaks Through the Barriers of Redundancy, of how to get started with Twitter, and of how to install a free SSL certificate on your WordPress website. There is a bit more to the titles than that, but those are what they are in short. So in short, I'm an author. My author website is quirkybooks.net and my WordPress website is quirkybooks.wordpress.com, which is my blog I've been blogging on for nearly 8 years now. And on this channel, I like to give some life hacks, so some little hints, tips and information, advice and help to give you your best life and to give you your life purpose and to enable you to facilitate your life purpose. So in today's life hack, I want to talk to you about remember what is most important, and it's facing whatever goes wrong. So you might have seen some of my other videos recently where last month I was quite severely ill for a couple of weeks, not just ill physically, but in my mind as well. I was quite burnt out, you know, and I had about 2 weeks off of doing nothing, 2 weeks of doing nothing, not very much, blogging or anything. I spent one weekend doing some blog posts, but over the 2 weeks, I think, 3 days out of the 2 weeks, I did actually do some social media work. But, it's not really work, is it? It's quite good fun, usually. You know what I mean? Blogging and stuff, But anyway, and so this month I've been playing catch up so much, and it's felt a bit agonizing at times because it's like I've got so much to do. I'm so far behind, but I don't want to put myself into another panicky situation where I feel overwhelmed. So like I'm trying to do one thing every day to accomplish my goals, ambitions, and dreams, just one day, one thing in one day, and if I can get through that thing and cut through my list, it just makes it so good. I looked away then because I was trying to think, what else have I got to do? So something I do get every year to help motivate me throughout the year is to get one of these calendars. Now this calendar is amazing. This is a little tip. Always get yourself a motivational, inspirational calendar so that you've got some inspiration for every month of the year. Now this calendar I've been getting for years. I actually get it in the January sale because there's always half price in the January sale usually. But I think one year I had to get it full price because the local shops didn't have it, but it's worth the money. A Blue Mountain Arts collection, that's what it says there, and this says keep believing in yourself and your dreams. And there's a 2018 calendar, so this is an 18-month one as well. But the Blue Mountain Arts, just look for them online. It's an amazing calendar. I can't rave about them enough. And so this month I turned the page, and what should be on there, but remember what is most important. Now this is obviously copyrighted to Blue Mountain Arts and a person called Vicky M. Walsham, and I just wanted to read her beautiful poem out because it really hit me in the head. Do you know what I mean? Like a hammer. Is, oh yeah, I forgot about this. And the title is Remember What Is Most Important. And I'd actually forgotten this, and it gave me the kick up the backside to actually think, wow, yeah, that's what life's made of. So I'm going to read it out to you now. This is live, by the way. It's a live stream. Okay. It's not having everything go right. It's facing whatever goes wrong. It's not being without fear. It's having the determination to go on in spite of it. What is most important is not where you stand, but the direction you're going in. It's more than never having bad moments. It's knowing you're always bigger than the moment. It's believing you have already been given everything you need to handle life. It's not being able to rid the world of all its It's not being able to rid the world of all its injustices. It's being able to rise above them. It's a belief in your heart that there will always be more good than bad in the world. Remember to live just this one day and not add tomorrow's troubles to today's load. Remember that every day ends and brings a new tomorrow. full of exciting new things. Love what you do the best you can, and always remember how much you are loved. I really love this poem because I'd forgotten that life is not about having everything go right. It's facing whatever goes wrong, and I just forgot that for so long. And you know, I was kind of thinking when things weren't going quite right that I was a bit weak and stuff, but after reading this it made me feel so much stronger, you know, because that's where the strength lies in the human soul, isn't it? It's when things go wrong, it's how we cope with them, how we deal with them, and how we can't become a better person because of it, or learn from the experience and grow. You know, I mean, we have a great capacity as human beings to be able to pretty much take on any challenge that life throws at us, and we might even think about, you know, doing that beforehand. Something might crop up that we never thought about, and it's like, oh, the sugar's hit the fan, or some people say the shit's hit the fan, you know, and you're like, what on earth happened? And I didn't expect this to happen, but we have the resources within us to be able to figure things out and to be able to push forward with our life. And you know, it's just amazing, our capacity to be able to do this. And you know, like, even when we have relationships and they break down and we have to break up from people, we do survive it, even though our heart might be pounding and hurting and feel a bit broken sometimes. We do still survive. We're survivors, but what we must try and do in this life is thrive. But in order to thrive, we kind of have to have some stuff that doesn't go right, because then we appreciate more the times things go right, you know, if we're not having everything go right all the time. But what's most important is not having everything go right, and it's facing whatever goes wrong, because that shows that you're a strong person. I'd forgotten that, you know. Last month when I was feeling like burnt out, I had someone that fell on my foot, I had a chest infection, and all that was on top, and my mind was just like wanting a break, and I was thinking, oh, what am I doing, you know, and I just needed a rest in my life. I just literally watched movies nearly all the time for 2 weeks. But that was what I needed. I needed a break, I needed rest, I needed to do sweet FA, to be honest with you. But I faced that, even though, you know, it was like I was doing stuff that was like just entertainment. I faced what went wrong and dealt with it in that way because I needed to. I needed the escapism. My brain needed to switch off. I have a very overactive brain. My grandma, who's sadly not with me anymore, she was diagnosed from a young age as having an overactive brain, and apparently used to get up and do sums on the walls and stuff like that. And I kind of think I've inherited her overactive brain sometimes. But also, you know, part of anxiety is you can get sort of overactive in your mind a lot of the time. And sometimes it can feel like you're on a never-ending loop. But if you kind of think to yourself, I'm not doing that well, which lately I haven't been feeling as positive as I used to, then, you know, you kind of can get demotivated and you feel that you're not accomplishing anything. But the accomplishment is the fact that you got over whatever the problem was. You moved on, or you helped yourself. Like, I watched movies for nearly 2 weeks non-stop, but I helped myself to get better. I helped my head to get in a better place. I helped my body to recover. I helped myself. So I faced that the best way I knew how. I didn't start like a lot of people would do, turn to bad things like drugs, alcohol, drink. I don't do any of that stuff. You know, I never did do anything like that. I just turned to like entertainment, dance movies, action movies, you know, funny movies, you know, just things that made me feel like alive again and escaping. But what I enjoyed, you know, I love dancing. When I see dance movies, it makes me come alive. It makes me feel such strength, because dancing is a part of my soul as well. So anyway, I hope this has been useful, helpful, insightful for you. If it has, please give it a thumbs up and share this video with your friends or whoever may benefit from it. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button now, and hit that bell icon to get notified every time I post a new video or go live. Remember, this is Blue Arts Mountain Collection. Go and get your calendar for the new year, or wait till January sales, but go and get one. Make sure you stay motivated, inspired as much as possible the whole year through. And don't forget, the message from this is, it's not having anything go right. It's facing whatever goes wrong. It's not being without fear. It's having the determination to go on in spite of it. And that is what makes you strong. And that is to be celebrated. Lots of love to you. Till next time, embrace your quirky and each other's. And I will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.